You're watching UNICEF Television. Living on the streets of Odessa, childhood and the fun of growing up replaced by drug addiction, violence and a life without the fundamental right of protection. Miroslav is 17. His brother died a few days ago. For nearly 2 years, he has shared a corner of this disused garage with Volva and Taras for a hideout. These youths are just some of the estimated 4,000 homeless children and young people on the streets of Odessa. UNICEF's local partner is The Way Home, a non-governmental organisation. Here their outreach team works quickly to provide the boys with clean water and food and offer Miroslav some basic first aid for needle wounds. Inhaling glue or injecting a cocktail of cold and flu medicine are common ways of taking drugs among children living on the streets. Sharing needles or engaging in unsafe sex means street children are one of the groups most at risk of contracting HIV in Ukraine, the country worst affected by HIV/AIDS in Europe. 25% of people living with HIV in Ukraine are under the age of 20. Violence, sexual abuse and drug addiction often leads to crime. Many homeless children in Odessa say they expect to die on the streets.
UNICEF is trying to provide access of street children to the basic services like education, health, first aid, and of course counseling on HIV, to help them to stay healthy and get some basic education. Under the Convention on the Right of the Child, all children have the same rights, and unfortunately the street children in Ukraine are those who are the most vulnerable, and they are lacking the implementation of their rights.
The problem of street children in Ukraine grew after the breakup of the Soviet Union. The transition process has left the child protection, welfare and health systems underfunded and neglected. Today, high unemployment and poverty places severe strains on families, and children often run away from home. For street children looking to change their lives, The Way Home is a step forward. With support from UNICEF, The Way Home provides protection, welfare, legal and education services for street children. Over summer, the NGO sets up an outdoor camp by the Black Sea. There's the chance to play, swim and enjoy the beach, just as other local children do over the summer holiday. They're also encouraged to gain a sense of personal responsibility, to help others and look after their local environment. Life is now different for 15-year-old Lena. Street life, she says, was dangerous and violent. The protective environment of The Way Home means she's doing well at school and wants to study law.
Here we are equal among each other. Here you find friends that will support you and you can do what you enjoy the most. This is a second chance, so welcome to The Way Home.
For these children and young people, a second chance is possible. But for thousands of street children in Ukraine, daily life is a fight for survival and their rights are often violated. Establishing contact with street children is the first step to show them that protection, care and support is available, and there are alternatives to the street. In Odessa, Ukraine, this is Guy Deegan reporting for UNICEF Television. Unite for Children.